Hi, this is Bobby Kimbrough, and once again, welcome to Off the Cuffs. I'm very excited today. I got two young men from West Forsyth and Carver, DJ and Ivy. It's a pleasure to have you all here, man. And since we're in this coronavirus thing, we can't shake hands. We got to keep our distance, or we'll just fist bump. How about that? Yeah. So I'm glad to have you all here today. It's a pleasure to have you here. And we invited you for several reasons. We want to talk about what's it like to be a high school student in this time, and also just to ask you some questions about what's going on with you. What do you think about right now that we can do better? How can we make this better? So I'll begin with you. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sorry.
That's all right.
My name is William Daniel. So I'm the fourth generation. So that's the reason why Ivy comes around. That's where I get Ivy from.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah. And also, I'm born and raised in Clemens, North Carolina. I grew up all around Clemens. Got to know a lot of people very well. And I also work at Pete's Family Restaurant down in Clemens. It's been crazy during all this. We were talking about Bojangles earlier, where he works and stuff. It's been crazy about takeouts and stuff. People, I guess, are getting tired of like being at home and trying to eat their leftovers or something. So
what's your plans when you finish school?
Plans? Right now, it's going to Appalachian State University for
State.
4 years. And I think I'm going to be going into digital marketing and filmmaking. So we'll see what that brings to me. So
that's all right. DJ, what's happening with you, man? Where you from?
I am from Ahoskie, North Carolina.
Ahoskie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I came down here in 6th grade with my father.
Uh-huh.
So I go to Carver, as you said.
Yeah.
I plan to go to Forsyth Tech next year for
stuff.
2 years for automotive.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty much it. I work at Bojangles, like you said.
Uh-huh.
It's been hectic, like delivery orders, DoorDash, everything. People are going crazy. But, I mean, it's a job, so you just...
Which one you work at?
The one on Peters Creek.
Peters Creek?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I had to come by and check on y'all, man. Pete's and Bojangles on Peters Creek. So, listen, this COVID-19 has hit us, and I feel kind of bad that these are unprecedented times, and you guys are not going to have a traditional graduation. How do you feel about that? I mean, how do you feel?
to be honest, it's kind of like frustrating in a way. It's kind of just sad because, I mean, during all this, no one knew anything like this was ever going to happen, you know? I don't know if he was born before it, but we were born in like 9/11, and then now it's ending with the coronavirus.
You guys, 18, 19?
Yeah. Yes. I wasn't even born before it, so I was literally born into
just
it.
In case y'all want it. You know.
Yeah.
I actually do. Yeah, but anyway, I ain't mean to date you. Wow.
But I've been really hoping for something to happen for graduation. Still haven't made the final plan. Hopefully that we can do something. My idea that I really want to see happen is maybe like each high school can do it at their football field or something like that. But I know it's just like social distancing and all that. But it would be really nice to still have something for all of us.
You know, this right here probably is, thus far of your life, the most meaningful event, right? High school graduation. You know, to walk across the stage with your friends that you've been in school with all of your life, and to receive that diploma, and now not to have it. I could only imagine how, like you said, frustrating, Ivy, that is, DJ, that it's like you've been cheated out of a life experience. And I hope that something happens to where we can figure this out, to where all of the 2020 graduates get their just due and their just recognition, because my son is actually graduating from West Christian, and I can only imagine. I see the frustration he has wanting to graduate, got his cap and gown. I get it. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So when you look back at your high school years and you look back at K through 12, and now you're here, right? You know, one day you guys were middle schoolers, high schoolers. Now you're about to be graduates, high school graduates. what do you look forward to now in life? You know, when I was in high school, I looked forward to the next basketball game. I look forward to going to the 10th, 11th, 12th grade. In other words, when you look to the future, what are you looking at? What are you thinking about? We're going to spend this now. We're going to spend.
When I look to the future, I look to having a career and I don't mean just like no regular career. I mean like a good career, like a Bill Gates type career. I don't want to be no regular person. I want to be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely relate to that in a way. I definitely want to try and just be successful as much as possible, because the next 30 to 40 years of my life is literally going to be possessed in one career.
Yeah.
And it's literally a huge life choice is coming up. It's like what I want to do for a living and stuff.
You know, a lot of things that I do here at the sheriff's office, this is probably the most rewarding thing that I get a chance to do, is talk to people, young men and women. And the reason I say that is so rewarding to me, because where in life, think about this, where in life do you get a chance to sit in the present? Right now I'm in the present, we in the present, and I'm getting a chance to talk to the future, which is you. That's pretty cool. I get a chance to sit right here in the present and talk to the future. And I say that because you guys are the future. You guys will replace me, a 58-year-old man. You guys will replace all of us. You know, and I look at that and I'm amazed. And the reason that we here at the sheriff's office try to make sure that we're a part of that, shaping the future, is because you guys are going to replace all of us. And when I look at that, and I always ask the question when I get a chance to talk to young men and women, is how can we shape the future better for you all? In other words, so my generation is shaping the future for the generation behind it. The generation in front of me shaped it for us. And so when you look at it as a young man and you say to yourself, how could we have shaped this differently, or how will I shape it? Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that, Avi?
For like people, like I guess it's kind of like a trust kind of thing. Like we got this kind of, I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of like a trust kind of thing that people need to have in us. It's kind of like scary. Some people say like we're like Generation X or something, and some people don't want to like trust in like us taking over the future because media might go crazy, or like we might be too involved with social media or something. So it's just kind of this thing of like trust, honestly.
Well, I guess I'm a part of that too, because like I said, I got a son that's graduating with you guys, and some days I don't trust him. You know, you know, some days I say to myself, "Oh my God, you know, what have I created? What has happened here?" So I get what your parents and what everybody's probably thinking, you know, because you guys are different. You know what I mean? You're different. You think differently than we do. You're a lot smarter. You're a lot. You're risk takers. You do things that really a next generation would. So you are the next generation. I couldn't spend that kind of time on media, social media that my son does. I would go crazy trying to keep up with Fort Knox. What is it, Fort Knox?
Fortnite.
Okay, same thing. It's Fort something, right? I just wouldn't have the patience to do that. I just wouldn't. You know, the biggest argument that I have with my son is you can't play Fortnite. Yeah, yes, you can't play Fortnite all night long and then sleep all day. I don't get that, right? But he tells me I don't understand, and so I try to be like, you know, the hairstyles. You're like, I believe if it ain't tight, it ain't right? But my son, you know, he got it like you, DJ. You know, he rocking the curls, afro, and everything else, right? And so I try to let him have his own identity. And so I sit sometimes and I look at my boys and I say to myself, wow, the world has really changed from when I was in school. You know, when I was in school, there was no such thing as 9 through 12. It was 2 years. So, for example, I went to Lawrence Elementary, then I went to Wiley, which was 7, 8. Then I came back to Haynes High, which was 9, 10. Then I went to North Forsyth, which was 11, 12. Now, you guys got 9, 10, 11, 12th grade in the same building. I would have lost my mind, 9, 10, 11, 12th graders, right? And so it's a different world. It's a different place. The world is moving in so many ways. But when I talk to young men and young women, I like to try to get in their headspace and say, what could we do differently? Like, for example, if you was in charge right now, Avi, right? If you was in charge, right? You was the commander-in-chief, the CEO. You was that guy right now. What was some of the changes you would make?
That's actually a tough question.
If you rule the world, there was a song out that came out and said, if I rule the world. You never heard of that?
Yeah, I think so.
It might have been for your time. It was, trust me, it was way before 2001. Yeah. But yeah, what would you do?
Honestly, I wish just the world was kind of like more peaceful, and I hate to just like say this like again about the media and stuff, but honestly, I kind of wish we didn't have that much of media and like with like trying to like spread stuff and like trying to start like all these like different news topics and stuff. It's nice to have it, like, trust me, and it's really cool to see stuff around the world, but it's just we're all relying on like social media nowadays, and it's, I mean, I love it. Like, it's literally what I'm going into is like digital marketing and stuff.
I never heard of that. There was no such thing as digital marketing when I came to school.
Exactly. It's all about social media stuff, and it's focused upon that. And I honestly kind of wish that it was like just a level lower or something at least, you know.
So, you know, when I came through, right? When I came through school, there was no cell phones. There was a phone booth. You know what a phone booth is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know, you put 20 cents in there, a quarter, right? You can make a phone call, right? There was no cell phone. There was no internet. There was a thing called World Book Encyclopedia, right? World Book Encyclopedia, okay? And so if you didn't have access to World Book Encyclopedia or the library, right? There was no social media. You couldn't just pull your phone out and Google what is Bass Pro Shop. You couldn't Google what is the Rebels of UNLV. You just couldn't do that, right? Now, with the invent of the internet and what is called surfing the web, World Wide Web, you could actually be in Hong Kong and sitting right here in Winston-Salem, literally.
I can't go anywhere without my phone sometimes, like with maps in general. Like, I know how to get around like Clemens and stuff because like it's always like like I grew up here, but it's like so hard for me. Like, if I was to make a trip to the beach right now, I would get lost in like 30 minutes, which is so sad to say, but it's so true for like a lot of us.
When me and the LT was growing up, there was a thing called Atlas Map. You know, if you couldn't read the map, buddy, you're going to get lost. You would get lost, literally. So you had to plan your road trip based on the Atlas map, and you better hope that a road was there or they hadn't closed the road, because there wasn't no social media thing going to say, hey, there's a road closing 10 miles ahead. You just would be stuck, and you have to figure it out, right?
Yeah, but I do feel like there's hundreds of benefits to social media, too, even though there's hundreds of non-benefits.
Yeah.
But, like, there's benefits, like, you get to see other people's perspective on certain things that you wouldn't necessarily get to see. Like,
that.
Like when you said it was 9th and 10th and 11th and 12th. For it being 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, now we get to see everybody's perspectives, everybody's point of view of how high school is. Like, my high school probably wasn't like his high school, but everybody has their own way of seeing it.
Right. So that's a good point. So even though your high school was different here, with the click of the internet, you could check in and see what's happening with Ivy over at West, and Ivy could check with you and see what's happening at Carver, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But see, when you ain't supposed to have your phones out in school, so
yeah.
Right. Yeah. But see, when I was growing up, you didn't have that problem because didn't nobody have a cell phone. Was no such thing as a cell phone. Yeah. That's really. I guess it's a razor blade.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts on both sides. You know, what beautifies will also cut you if you mishandle it. So the social media thing in high school, the social media thing that we're living in, this world we're living in, is this, what I call this microwave effect. You know, people want it now. You know, no such thing as cooking. There was no microwave when I was growing up. There was an oven. Right? Yes. Just amazing world we live in now, right?
And it's going to keep changing.
Do you know there was no CD players? I think it was 8 tracks, and then they went to cassettes. You know what an 8-track player is?
I know what it is, but I've never.
You never seen one.
I've never had one. Yeah.
Wow. You know what the LP is, a 45. You know what that is?
Oh, I do not know what that is.
I know what a Walkman is.
Okay,
Oh,
a
yeah,
Walkman.
yeah.
I know what a Walkman
You know what a Walkman is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy, ain't it? Wow. And now there's cell phones. But you know what's even crazier? So when I was growing up, there was a show called The Jetsons. You ever heard of that?
Yeah. The Jetsons, yeah.
What was the son name?
Um,
Elroy,
yeah,
man.
Elroy.
Come on. Elroy was the son, right? So get this. So the father would pull his phone out and he would actually be talking to his son Elroy and looking at him. You know what that is now?
FaceTime.
That's FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it?
It has been crazy about that. I've been having, like, before, like, the year got canceled for me and, like, senior year got canceled, it was just Zoom calls like crazy. Like, I was in class, basically, at home. And honestly, for me, it really wasn't working out well because I couldn't, like, I had to use the bathroom and stuff. I was like, can I go to the bathroom in my own house? Like, I mean.
But don't feel bad. You know, one of the Supreme Court justices had to go to the bathroom yesterday when they was hearing a case, and they flushed the toilet while, it made national news that somebody flushed the toilet while. Yeah, but don't feel bad. I guess, if we go to Zoom call, people still have humanly functions that got to be performed. So I get it, but there was no such thing as Zoom call. There was no such thing as, I still have to help people set me up with Zoom call now, right? I'm not technically savvy right now.
I honestly don't know, like, what the world would do if, I guess, I really don't know what the world would do if we had the coronavirus like 20 years ago or like 50 years ago even. It's just like thinking about like the technology we have now make it so easy for us to do schoolwork. Like they literally told us we're out of school before anybody knew. Like no one knew that we were going to be out of school. Like right when it started, I made a joke with my teachers and stuff. I was like, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And now we're not seeing them again.
Yeah.
So it also just shows like life is unexpected. Like anything can happen, like any second.
You know what? And just sitting here talking to y'all, man, for you to have the wisdom to say that, right, that, any minute life changes, right? Mm-hmm. That shows a certain level of maturity with you guys, right? So when we talk about, how has this affected you in terms of your friends, keeping in touch with your friends, not getting a chance to say goodbye to them, not getting a chance to walk across the stage and throw your hats in the air, wave your hands, just don't care. You know what I mean? That's a rhyme, bro.
I heard one person told me they were telling me about no one's gonna really like have this happen again to them. Like we're the class of 2020 that.
Oh, you're gonna go down in history. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna
yeah.
go down in history for this. No one else is. This is once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta look in both sides. I know it, like, it's awful. Like, I want to go throw that cap in the air and just, like, celebrate with everybody. But it's just life,
I mean, I feel bad about me not be able to walk across the stage, but then I don't because I feel like I got an early summer.
Okay.
Like,
that is true.
I got an early summer. I got to graduate. Even though I knew I was going to graduate anyways because my grades are normally good. But I got an early summer. I feel bad that I didn't get to play my last baseball year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can always, after it's over, go hang out with my friends and and we can make our own little graduation.
Okay.
I have to say that, I mean, besides of, like, everything closed down.
Yeah.
I've been really bonding with a lot of my friends during this. Like,
Even
if it's staying up till like 2 a.m. playing like Xbox with the boys or something, like it's literally sometimes like that, or just like coming over to the house and just like doing something outside. I mean, it's really nice, honestly. Some points of it.
You keeping it less than 10 people?
Yeah, keep it less than 10 people.
You
Maybe like
wouldn't tell
5.
me anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So how do you feel about what's going on? It's obvious you guys are not nervous or scared. I can tell by the laughter and how you guys are carrying on, right? Is it life as usual other than school?
It's pretty usual some points of it. I mean, of course, like we were locked down or something for like a few days or like a week, and it was weird at first because everybody's in a panic. Like the toilet paper thing, like there's no toilet paper to be found, and it's just wild, just like how people are like reacting to like all of this, in my opinion.
You think we can create virtual toilet paper?
Just to see.
I just thought that. Listen. Who knows, man? Listen, just think. We probably could create something, right? You guys, young minds, right? We put a marketing team together. Who knows what we could do, man?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Probably. But like just to see people's like reactions, like people like this pandemic is like actually making people go really crazy, and I just yeah, wash your hands, stay out 6 feet.
Yeah.
But it's some of the stuff people are doing is just very unnecessary. Like fighting and rioting, like that's unnecessary. Like we understand you're scared, but
Yeah.
it comes to a point where you're still a human being. You gotta act civilized. Like there's no need for you to do unnecessary stuff.
You know what, man? What I'm seeing with you guys, I might feel a little better about turning the rings over, man, to you guys, because you guys, you guys have a level of maturity that I'm liking. I like this. Yeah. I think y'all might be ready. Yeah.
I hope we are.
Yeah. So what's your plans for the rest of the summer?
I'm just gonna be working and probably going to the gym every now and then. Probably make my own gym at the home.
Okay.
'Cause even though I can't do sports, I still gotta stay in shape.
Yeah, exactly. Going off of like staying in shape and stuff. I don't know why in the world I am not a runner, but I stopped now, which is bad. But I was running 3 miles every day for like 2 weeks, and it was insane. Like I felt fine too. But not having gyms and stuff, that's like one of the worst things ever. I'm really scared to see what the YMCA is gonna look like
Once it open back up.
It's supposed to open it back up like a week or two, I think. I might be wrong about that.
Well,
But
you ain't gonna believe this, but I used to be a cyclist, right? And then some kind of way, man, I got this gut, right? And you and I were talking about you hadn't drank a soda in 2 years, right?
that is true.
So you ain't gonna believe this, right? But I had kicked the habit for 4 days, right? For 4 days, I hadn't had a Mountain Dew, right? And I was going through withdrawals, and I don't know what happened. I can't tell you if somebody slipped me a Mountain Dew. Somebody took the label off of it and told me it was water, and I didn't look. But I'm back on the wagon again, man. I'm actually back drinking sodas again, right? I had kicked it for 4 days. I can't stop drinking them, right? And I probably, if I stopped drinking them, I would get in better shape, right? That's what you was telling me, right?
Yeah.
So you said that the headaches. So what were you saying about the headaches?
I don't know if it was because of the withdrawal from like the soda and stuff. But I started having migraines like crazy. It was insane. I had like a migraine once every month or something, and I think it was something related to that. But I think what I figured out was I actually have eye floaters. So it like makes my eyesight like awful. I can't like look in bright lights at all.
Yeah.
And so that like triggers it sometimes, but I don't know why. But right when I withdrawed from soda, I just started having headaches. So
Well, I'm going to make this announcement that me and Mountain Dew are married for life. I tried to divorce her for 4 days. I realized I can't live without her, and I'm not going to try to anymore. I'm just going to accept it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We all got something we just got to accept, right? So I'm going to accept that this is my drink. This is my thing, right? So I'm not going to divorce her. I'm going to keep the Mountain Dew with me. And I'm going to try to stay healthy. So when the Y opens back up, make sure you call me, right? I might go get a membership because I probably, it's crazy. So my son, right, who thinks he knows everything. When you get 18, you think you're grown. You think you know everything. Well, I should just give him some bills to pay, right? But he tells me all the time, why don't you use the gym at work, right? And I said, it's a good question. I don't have an answer. And so I tried that, right? But it ain't the same, right? Because then, I don't want to change, and I got to leave, and I got to come back. It's just an inconvenience, right? And he said, how's that an inconvenience, Dad? I said, I have to leave the office and walk around the corner. He said, Dad, it's more of an inconvenience to have to drive to the Y or drive to a gym somewhere. I said, you're right. I said, well, I'm waiting for something to happen where I can work out and not even have to move. So other day he came in the room and was showing me something on TV where you can sit at your desk and paddle a bicycle and not even move, right? So the joke we got in the house is now, right, is I need a virtual exercise. And so
those are things now.
yeah. I'm gonna try. You know what? That's my promise. I'm gonna try to get in better shape. That's my coronavirus commitment, right? To get in better shape. Yeah, I think I like that. You know, people have a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be my coronavirus. This is my COVID-19 resolution that I'm gonna try to get in better shape. So in about 2 months, I'm gonna see how much weight I can lose, right? Because you know. I got to get back out there, man, because I got this competition thing, man. I look at you young guys, man, and say, man, you know what? Them boys look good. I got to make sure I can at least look healthy for at least another 10 years. But I really have enjoyed meeting you guys, man. You guys are impressive, very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I got a question for you guys, right? Then I'm going to let you go. I was going to say let's get back to school, but you ain't got school. Yeah. So I got a question for you guys, right? I want an honest answer, right? Because you guys kind of shied away from if you rule the world question, right? How could we make, let's forget the world, let's bring it right home. How could we make, I'm going to put it into our box of make this county better, or make us, let's think of a slogan nobody's had, right? Make us unique. You like that one? Make us unique. So how could we make this county unique? What could we do differently to set us apart from any other place in the world?
I like that question. I think what my huge kind of moral is for me, I kind of want to just I wish we could just love on each other more, you know, and not instead of putting us down and burying some people and just I hate saying it because high school's over, but bullying, it's you shouldn't be doing anything like that in the first place, you know. I just wish people weren't so cruel to each other. I wish more people were just happy or nicer and kind of just said just a nice thing to someone each day. I mean, that sounds like a perfect world, but it's just so easy to just say one nice thing to one person.
I like that. So you next, DJ. But I like that. You know why it came to my mind? So what is the show me state? Is it Missouri or St. Louis? The show me state? Yeah, Missouri, the show me state, right?
Yeah.
So what if we create our own slogan, right? And we make Forsyth County the county where we love you regardless, right? I like that.
It should be like that.
The county we love you regardless of, right? And we leave regardless of you fill in the blank. We love you regardless of you don't look as good as the sheriff. We love you regardless of you ain't as healthy as the sheriff. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You get my point, right?
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. I like that. We love you in spite of. I like that. I might get me a T-shirt made up like that. What about you, DJ?
Going off what Ivory said, I feel like if people in Winston-Salem was just a little bit more considerate to other people, because you can't go through life being negative all the time.
Yeah.
If you're always negative, where's the positivity in life? So if you always think oh, this is going to happen if I talk to him, or if I walk past her, she's going to say something. Okay. And then again, that may be true. But if you walk up with a smile and how you doing today?
I like that.
Yeah.
You doing good? If you just ask somebody how their day going, I'm pretty sure they'll smile and ask you back. Now, there might be those people that just having a bad day. Okay. You have a blessed day. I'll see you later.
I like that. Make sure you look. Ivy, look, I got a assignment, homework assignment. I want you to find my son and tell him that, right? That way he don't criticize me and say, Dad, you're getting fat. Dad, you're getting wrinkled. Dad, your hair gray. Yeah, you probably do, right? He's a different kind of kid, right? And so my point is, right, sometimes he makes me feel a little self-conscious about some of the things he say to me, right?
Yeah.
And so every now and then I have to actually stroke my own ego, right? Because, you know, children can be brutally honest and mean, right? Can just be rude, right? And what I tell him all the time is keep living. You're going to be 58 one day too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if you look like you did when you was 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell him we got a new slogan. We love you in spite of. I like that.
It just makes me mad though, like especially like during these times,
Yeah.
with like the world being broken. Like the world is broken, regardless. It's not been this, like we've not had a perfect world.
That's strong.
But it's, what's the point of like being mean to someone? Like what is the point of doing it? Like you're not gonna get anything out of it in the end, you know. So that's just like my kind of like thing.
Man, I'm gonna write your name in for president when I go to vote. Man. I'm gonna write you in for president, man.
My mom wants me to. I couldn't do
I'm
it.
I'm gonna write your name in, right? Yeah, man. I want you guys to know that I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Right, I got a chance to laugh, cut up, and tell you guys how much you guys mean to me. I want you to know something to all the graduates across this county, across this country. You guys mean so much because of what has happened and what you have endured. It's almost like something tried to take your little piece of happiness as it relates to graduation. But through it all, you guys are still standing tall. You still have your laughter, your swagger, and no, my son say the word is drip, right? That's the new word, drip, right? Yeah, drip. You guys still got your drip, right? Your swagger, whatever, right? The new word for swagger is drip, right? But anyway, you guys mean so much to us because the future needs you now, literally. You guys are going to be the future. You guys are going to shape what this world does. And with attitudes like you guys have, I feel very comfortable in passing the torch to you guys because what you said about the love, what you said about having a blessed day, that shows that your parents, your families have sown some remarkable seeds in you guys, right? I want you guys to be Transformers, right? You remember the Transformers? You remember them?
No, I know the Transformers are Bumblebee.
Yeah. I want you guys to be Transformers. I want you to go back from whence you come and start to transform people in your circle. I want you to start to transform people that when you see love not being shown, why we can't show a little love, why I can't speak to somebody and say have a blessed day. Because I promise you, one man, one woman can change atmospheres. If you think about through history, the people that have changed the world, right? And you guys can do that. I want you to know I appreciate you. I love this county because this county is producing some leaders, man. You guys are next generation stuff. So wherever you go after this, remember, rise and shine, make it happen. Thank you for coming by. I want you guys to make sure you stay in touch with me. I want to follow you guys. I want you to come back a year from now. Let's have a conversation. And every year that I'm here, I want you guys to come back. And let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the future. This is Bobby Kimbrough. Thank you for joining us with Off the Cuffs. May God continue to smile upon this city, this county, this state, and this country. And as always, I love you. Thank you.